Hello and welcome to this Thursday's news. President Wavell Ramkalawan has declared that December the 15th will be marked as a very important date in the history of Seychelles. This is after the Moutya dance got the World's Cultural Heritage status on the list of UNESCO's representative list of intangible cultural heritage yesterday. He said that the Moutya dance is one of the important cultural symbols that connects us to our past, despite being one of the sad chapters of slavery. Mr. Ramkalawan says that from now on, the Moutya will belong to all the peoples and nationalities because it has been recognized as a dance which has a lot globally. The head of state thanked everyone who worked to make it happen and said that he hoped that we will have the opportunity to share other aspects of our cultural heritage on the same scale with the whole world. The Secretary General for the National Institute for Culture, Heritage and the Arts, David André, said that he is proud that Seychelles' traditional dance and music, Moutya, has finally gained World Cultural Heritage status on UNESCO's representative list of intangible cultural heritage. In a statement made at the History Museum, Mr. André says that his hope is for the Moutya to find its rightful place in the community. He calls on musicians and artists to help preserve the new world heritage. The inscription of Seychelles to the list was announced late yesterday at the 16th session of the Intergovernmental Committee being held in Paris. PUC's Chief Executive Officer has urged all workers to either get back to their posts or stay home, and that according to their contract, bonuses are not a merit. This comes after a number of PUC workers were on strike again today. According to them, they are disappointed with the government's response to their request for an end-of-year bonus, a request they raised last week. The workers have also been questioning the 13-month salary and the allowance promised to essential workers during the COVID lockdown. They were promised an answer yesterday, but instead got a visit from Vice President Ahmed Afif. VP Afif said that they were unable to discuss the issue in the last Cabinet of Ministers meeting, but promised to give them a feedback by the end of tomorrow. The workers say they will report to work but refuse to be productive until they get a satisfying response. More than 272 million people have up to now been infected with COVID-19 and more than 5 million have lost their lives due to the virus globally. Here in Seychelles, up to now, more than 24,000 cases have been registered with 131 deaths. The Public Health Commissioner, Dr. Jude Gédéon, is appealing to members of the public to take their responsibilities and precautions during the coming festive seasons so as not to get infected by COVID-19.
And we have realized that it took us about a month for the upsurge to happen, and since the drop in number of active cases, it's now almost 2 weeks, and we've seen a stagnation of number of active cases, in fact a slight increase. So this is a concern for us. It just shows that we cannot as yet relax too many of the measures. Already there are so many things happening, and this itself in themselves are factors that can re-trigger a resurgence of cases. I must emphasize the need for everyone to continue to exercise precaution during this coming festive season. We know there'll be a lot of movement. We are not encouraging people to mix between households because this would encourage the virus to spread. We have seen what has happened in many countries that have let go of the basic preventive measures. So hands, face, and space are three keywords that you should maybe all be repeating to everyone around us, because these are the key preventive measures, apart from taking the vaccine that would prevent and break the transmission.
My apologies for what happened earlier. Seychelles citizens will soon be holders of biometric passports. These are passports embedded with an electronic chip with biometric information such as facial recognition, fingerprint, and digital signature. This afternoon, the Minister for Internal Affairs, Errol Fonseca, signed an agreement with a French-based company that specializes in the production of secure documents in group for the implementation of the project. While there are still a few details to discuss, like how to phase out the actual passport, the whole biometric system will be operational by late next year. Minister Fonseca said that the biometric passport will enhance the country's border control.
Seychelles is developing its financial center. We're looking at our border security. We're looking at our export as a country that really needs the high standards when we trade, when we deal with other countries. So having the biometric passport provides another source of these high standards that we look forward to.
The National Assembly has regularized 2 supplementary budgets. Members had already discussed the supplementary during 2 sessions. The first in December last year on the supplementary of 1.1 billion rupees, largely due to the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic. The second session was 2 days ago on a supplementary of 86.9 million rupees, expenses related to foreign and local grants. Finance Minister Nadi Hassan said that at times when preparing a budget, the Finance Department does not have all the necessary information to include some grants into the budget. Those are our main stories so far this evening. Join us again at 8 for the news in Creole.